Hey guys, so I'm going to be covering everything BRC-20 in this video. So here's a really good Twitter thread that I found by Juanse. It's saying, what is the BRC-20 token standard? It's created by the Twitter user Domo Data, and they said it's a fun experimental standard demonstrating that you can create off-chain balance states with inscriptions. There's no relation to ERC-20, it's just a play on the ERC-20's token standard, but it's different because BRC-20 is an experiment on the base layer of Bitcoin using inscriptions. Ordinals brought a brand new sense of non-fungibility to the Bitcoin network. Sats have numismatic value. Ordinal inscriptions create digital artifacts that are immutable, and BRC-20 standard brings fungibility to ordinal inscriptions in the form of tokens. So yes, you can create new tokens with it, but not quite if you're comparing it to an ERC-20 smart contract. The trick here is leveraging JSON data in the form of ordinal inscriptions, JSON being the open standard file format and data interchange format. So main differences, EVM chains, you create smart contracts that manage the token and basically runs the show. In BRC-20 standard, you store a script file in the Bitcoin network which attributes tokens to Satoshis, Satoshis being the smallest denominator of the Bitcoin. This lets you transfer the tokens to other users. So instead of using a smart contract, the BRC-20 uses JSON data inscribed in ordinals. And this is all done in the base layer of Bitcoin. This is testament to the use cases that ordinals theory is bringing. You can store more than JPEGs in a SAT. You can store a script file to create and transfer tokens. Obviously, there's going to be people that are not happy with it. For example, some Bitcoin maxis, because there's increased cost of block space and bringing more speculation, but the benefits are also there. They attract new users and provide more fees to miners, which in turn enhance network security. It's kind of a mind warp because you're bringing fungibility to non-fungible tokens. It's a whole new way to think about tokens in general. Essentially, BRC-20s are inscriptions with JSON text on them. Let's first start off with Unisat. It's really simple. You go to unisat.io. It is the store and transfer your ordinals NFT wallet. You can see unconfirmed NFTs immediately. They're 100% open source, which is really important. They can let you inscribe on the fly without running a full node. Also great to have. You can store, mint, and transfer BRC-20s. And there's two options. You can either download it from the Chrome store or download from GitHub. So let's start off with creating your own BRC-20. The way that you do this is you go to Inscribe at the top. There's a couple ways to do it, but let's just go with the straightforward one where you hit the BRC-20 tab and then you click Deploy because you're creating a new token. You put in your ticker, which is a 4-letter or 4-space ticker name. Set the total supply and the limit per mint. And then here you want to double check that everything is correct. This is going to be the JSON, which is like JavaScript readable. And these are kind of the instructions that tell the network how to interact. Ordinals and inscriptions are not smart contracts, so it's sort of an interesting way to make tokens. And once you've done that, then your wallet address auto-populates and then you choose the network fee. Right now it's insane, but you can make it custom if you want to front run anybody else. But I would just check on mempool.space to see where the gas fees are right now. And even though they're high, they're still nothing compared to ETH fees. This one I'm going to stick with normal because I'm not really in a crazy rush to do it. Next screen, you can pay with your Unisat wallet, which you've just downloaded, or you can pay directly with Bitcoin. There's also an option to pay with other Lightning Network compatible payment channels, but right now it's currently unavailable, which is sort of weird, but whatever. You hit submit, sign, and submit, and within a few seconds you should have a a complete broadcast. That doesn't mean it's been mined to the block. It just means you are successfully broadcast the network and you are in queue. Basically, you're in line waiting to be mined. You can always click on it to check. There's a Blockstream Explorer. I personally like mempool. It just gives you a nice visual. And wait a couple minutes. This is definitely going to be a little longer than Ethereum, especially if you're not paying like really high custom gas fees. While we're waiting, the other thing I want to mention is you can't deploy something that's already been deployed. And because these aren't case sensitive, even if you did capital space IKZ exclamation mark, you can't do it again. And look, if I try and do ordi, it'll tell you that it has already been deployed. So this actually is really useful in eliminating any fake quote-unquote coins or copy pasta coins. And if you go to BRC-20, you can actually sort through and see what's already been done. You know, if you want to go to this site and see all the things that are related to what you're trying to do versus from the other screen where we went ahead and created our own BRC-20 token. And if you go to Marketplace, you can see all of the different inscriptions that are being listed. Right now, this is all ordi tokens being listed, and everything is denominated in sats. So you take the price of the, for example, 200 ordis, you multiply that by, you know, 14 some dollars. The total is about $29.51. So you can see here that it's been confirmed, and this is the inscription. You have the 696 limit per mint, you have the 21 million supply, but nothing is listed yet because nobody's minted it. So the creation of this is different than actually minting it. So now that we created this, we need to mint the token. And this is where I'll put this in the description, but you basically put in P for protocol, operation, ticker, amount 1,000. And you can mint single or bulk, but for this one, I'm gonna do single. And then you double check it and you go through the same process as before. Once again, I'm not in a rush, so I'm willing to wait longer. You pay the fee, you wait for the broadcast to be completed, and then you wait for confirmations. Boom, 5 confirmations already. Okay, and then once you do that, you can check in your Unisat wallet. You can see under BRC-20 that I've created, or I've minted the IKZ, which is actually a reference to Azuki. I've created this IKZ token and I have 696 available because those are how many that I minted. And if you want to mint more, all you have to do is click on it, and directly from wallet, you can hit the mint button. It'll take you to the page where it shows you all the different parameters, and then you can hit mint directly. Now you have to wait for the confirmations to actually complete before you can move on to transferring them, which means listing them on the marketplace or just sending them to somebody else. Let's go back to the BRC-20 main page, and I'll show you how to mint. You go and click on the ones that are in progress and basically choose any one that you like. So for example, let's do Hinu. And this was created like what, a couple of days ago. There's a 1 billion supply, there's 100,000 limit per mint, and 152 holders. So not bad, it's relatively early. All you do is hit mint directly because you're already connected to your Unisat. Everything is pre-filled in for you. If you wanted to do repeat mints, you could. Check your ticker, make sure everything looks good, then either do a normal or a custom depending on how much of a hurry you're in, and sit back and relax. No, really, go sit back and get a drink. So this is the cool part about Unisat. It shows you all the unconfirmed transactions, right? There's ones that show you things that have been confirmed and they have an inscription number. And then if you just hit BRC-20, it shows you the tokens that you have, how many are available, how many are transferable. So I'm connected to my wallet, I have Hinu and I have a muck. So in order to do it, I have to go hit list, click inscribe, amount, let's just do 5,000. Pay and inscribe. Wait a few minutes, go get a drink, go get a snack. And we're back, so everything's confirmed. Now I'm under marketplace, go to my inscriptions, amok, transferring 5, listing 5,000. Let's do 150. Okay. Sign, and boom, you're done. The other thing that I think is really cool is if you know anything about ENS, a few cycles ago, ENS had a huge airdrop for people that were early adopters of using these Ethereum name services. Well, Unisat has something very similar. And so while you're here, might as well get a Unisat domain and put yourself in a spot to be eligible for any future airdrops, right? And they're really affordable right now. All you do is you go to the front page, you can do Unisat, you can do .unisat, you can do .sats. I'm gonna do .sats, and you just type in the name that you want. Hit confirm, hit whatever network fee you want to pay, submit and pay invoice, and it's a total of like $2.41, which is really not bad at all. So yeah, it's really easy, and I would recommend doing something like this, playing around, getting .sat names, .unisat names, .btc names, just being early and interacting with these protocols is such an easy and affordable way to qualify yourself for future airdrops. And if you want to go see like the market cap of everything, just go to brc20.io. I'll put all the links in the description below. There's a lot of tokens, right? And the market cap keeps on growing. So go to CoinGecko, search BRC-20, and there is a category showing you all the different ones and which ones are, you know, got the highest volume, highest market cap. Right now, ordi I think was like the first one. Pepe is really popular. You can trade these on some centralized exchanges now. Pretty wild, pretty wild. So this is where I want to kind of compare Ethereum and Bitcoin just for reference. The cool thing about BRC-20 is that it's way more decentralized than Ethereum tokens in the sense that once I create a token, anybody can mint it. Most of the time with Ethereum token drops, you have to either be whitelisted or you have to do a grind or you have to know somebody. It's not very decentralized. It's usually a single entity deploying these tokens to people. With Ethereum tokens, you usually have to pay gas as well as the token price to buy it. With BRC-20, you just pay the gas. And that is a huge game changer because you're taking on way less risk by buying these tokens, basically like inscription, and simply just paying gas. And Bitcoin gas is a lot cheaper than Ethereum gas. I can see why this space has exploded so much in the last few months. It's low risk, it's reliable, it's on the Bitcoin network. There's no smart contracts, so you can't technically get rugged, right? Like if I create a token, it's literally an inscription with instructions on it of the basic like ticker, size amount, max per limit. There's no malicious code that I can put in here that I know of, where if you mint it, your wallet gets drained, right? Where in Ethereum, that happens quite often. So here it's like free tokens, you just pay gas, they're not ruggable in the sense like you can read what the instructions are, and it's on Bitcoin. So that's it for this video. Let me know if you have any thoughts or questions. Leave them in the description below. Hope you found it helpful. Like and subscribe for more, and I will see you in the next one.